Hey, so first things first, trigger warning, okay? I always tell you guys about my positive news and my highs, but today we're gonna talk about the lows. So if you are not feeling like your best self, sad, I probably would not recommend watching this video. If you're not like in a good headspace mentally, just wanted to put that out there. I just kind of got like a reminder about why I really need to like buckle down in this whole self-care thing. And I've been working on a lot of stuff to kind of keep myself organized and like really consistent with my self-care. So I'm gonna talk about some of those little updates that I have for you all and how I spent my week this past week. So enjoy. So before we get into the sad stuff, the heavy stuff, I spent time with my family this weekend, which was very much needed. Like, I just feel like God be looking out for me for real. Like, I be going through it and I feel like God be like sending people to me to kind of keep me distracted and remind me of how loved I am. So my family came out here and we went to the Maryland State Fair. I'm gonna show you guys a little clip of the footage. My grandfather had me absolutely cracking up. Like, you'll hear him in the background of the videos making all kind of jokes. I was weak. Hola, you have lunch now?
Yes, because I was real class.
I definitely did not know what lunch you had. All right, well, Mia's here. She has lunch, so I'm gonna show y'all the footage of me at the fair, and then we'll get into the sad stuff. I did. It was so cute. We are at the Maryland State Fair. Woo! Vanna is tripping over my shoes. It's giving.
Yeah, come get this.
Wanna go and take a ride?
Grab it, eat some more. We gotta get rid of this.
Vanna, say hi.
You just have somebody really up there too.
Yes, Daddy, somebody is up there. You don't see their legs hanging?
We know this somebody now pick up back load.
You want to go on that, you said?
Oh.
You.
No one got a brand. It was a very earlier this time. When me eat and thing might be before me eat, me that go up there.
No, you would not.
I would go up there. That or nothing. I would go up there, but I'm just saying. You're strapped down, Patsy. Vanna. Cheery?
I would go up there.
Look there now.
I'm not afraid.
Look at that.
Makai is the one that would be afraid to go up there.
Some people will
Yes, I am.
Watch. You will strap down though. The thing you know make you go there and well secure. But yeah, I'm going to have any problem with that thing and it snap.
Oh my God, why would you say that?
Yeah, but sometimes you don't know, sir. You see things like that, people come to contest you all the while.
You watch too much news.
No, but not too much news. Things like that, they have to come and check it. See,
That's what she's saying. She said, hey, sugar daddy.
Oh, that little kid was
That's what that girl said to him. That's your mother-in-law. That's your mother-in-law. That's your girl.
Whoa, you did not say that the first time. Okay, that's why your hair is not even done, sis.
It is done.
It's old though, it's stale. It's getting stale.
It's getting stale.
The shades, where's the shades?
I'm the one that
Oh, it's in her backpack.
Look how you tell it part right here.
What you say?
So look how right here. Come on.
Not her hiding the Easy Pass logo. Oh, okay. This is a video, just so you guys know. Oh my God! You saw that? Was it caught on video? So that was my time this weekend at the Maryland State Fair. I actually did not know it was a thing. This is my first time hearing about it. I don't know if they do this every year and I'm just late to the party, but my students told me about it and my family came down. I'm like, you know, they always here helping me fix up the new place and we don't really be getting to do anything anymore. So I was like, let's do something fun. Let's go. Let's check it out. I definitely recommend it. It was fun. Like they had the little pig racing. We each chose a pig. My pig won. That's all I'm gonna say. They had a whole bunch of options for food. I'm not gonna lie, it was expensive. So I'm happy because we ate before we left. I had to try them cheesy crab fries because I love cheese and I love crab. And I wanted something to be able to say, like, you know what I mean? Like, I like going different places and trying food and having whatever experience. So they were really good. It was not really worth the price because I could make those myself, but that's neither here nor there. And I got this reusable glass. I definitely recommend if you go, get the like pitcher. It was $8. They have the iced tea in a cup for $2, but it wasn't worth it because you spent $8 and you get a free refill. And people were giving their cards away because they're like, I'm not gonna use this, I'm leaving, da da da. So they just wanted the glass. So we ended up getting like 3 cards and getting hella refills. And you could go to like different stands too to get the refill. So it was lit. Not gonna lie to you. The alcohol was like super expensive. It was like $15 for a martini in a cup. It was like more than the club prices. Like it wasn't even given like club prices. It was given like section. Like I had to pay to get in here. Why do I have to pay so much for everything too? Then I wanted a Sonic stuffed beer. And I'm like, how much is it? She's like 15 wins. I'm like, what is that? And she's like, it's $5 to play. And I'm like, I'm not about to play this 15 times. I have to win all 15 times. I'm paying $5. But if you wanted like 3 games, then I think it was like $10 or something crazy. Basically, it would have been like $45, $55 if I won every single game just to get that thing. I went right on Amazon. It was like $17. I was like, oh, definitely not playing this. Some guy was leaving early and he gave us a little wristband so Vanna was able to get on the rides. Like we was finessing the whole time we was there. So I definitely recommend it. I want to go again because they're gonna have it again next week. And honestly, I'm feeling like I want to go real early, you know, pay it forward, probably get her a little wristband, let her get on some rides while there's not too many people, and then give it to somebody else. It expires at like the end of the day, you know, my way of giving back. So definitely recommend. But like I was saying earlier, I had a rough week, so I really felt like I needed it. And basically, my week was crazy because I just got in like a really depressed mood. Like, I don't have depression, but because I have anxiety, sometimes my anxiety will just like go crazy. And I'll start overthinking everything. And I'll be like, you know, people don't really care about me. Nobody cares about me. I don't even know what my purpose is. I don't know why I'm here. And like lately, over the past couple of months, I've been like trying to figure out like why am I still here? Because I felt like I knew what my life's mission was. And then like even through my day job, I'm like, I just want to make sure that I'm touching at least one person. Somebody's life has been impacted by my presence, and I see it. You know what I mean? I see it every year of teaching. I'm like, out of all the students I see, just one of them. And I feel like there's always that one student, and they know who they are, at least that one student that I keep in touch with over the years. You know what I mean? I'm at all their events. Like I adopt them into my family, and I'd be like, you're my child, you're my kid, you're my sibling. And you know, now, and then they go on to do amazing things. So because I've done that so many times over, and I'm like, you know I'm here to inspire people and serve as like a role model. But lately I just been feeling like, okay, like I've done that, like I've done it all. Like honestly, I'm not even joking. Like if something were to happen to me, I would be content. Like right now, if I were to die, I would be okay with that, because I'm just like, I've done what I came here to do. Like that's really how I be feeling sometimes. And I know it's like very like, nobody wants to hear that, especially if you care about me. It's like, don't say that. You know what I mean? My friends get really mad when I say it. Like I'm always talking about my funeral that I don't want to have, like telling them I'm gonna haunt them if they even show up, if anybody decides to do it for me. Like I don't want that. That's just, it's not even giving me. No, I want a bashment party, but that's neither here nor there. And I'll talk about these things all the time, you know what I mean? So it's like I'll entertain it, and then like when I get in those sad moods, I just be like, I just don't want to even be here no more. So I was just having a really rough weekend, and I even like ended up posting on Instagram telling people like, tell me the value that I have in your life. And I got so many nice sweet messages, and I'm like, okay, maybe I do matter, maybe people do need me, you know. But then on the flip side, I have the people that are like telling me like, oh, you're not really gonna do it. Like I'm not the person to challenge. I'm not the person you say something like that to. And I'm just gonna leave it there, because I don't want anybody to be worried about me. But that's all I'm gonna say. Like that's not the kind of conversation that you give to somebody like me, especially in the state of mind that I was in. Luckily, my girl Nishon, she really pulled through, and she wasn't the only one. Like, you know, I had a lot of people that was there for me during that really dark, rough time. But like, she got me food. Like I was crying, I was so emotional, and I was just so lonely. And as soon as the food arrived, I was like it's like, okay, I'm done. But I was still feeling sad. Like I'm not saying that to say that I was like perfectly fine, but like, you know, it was a nice distraction, and I felt special because like she went and she sat and she ordered all these whole bunch of things. She's like, I didn't know what you wanted, and I'm like, you did not have to do that. And then it like brought me back to a memory of when I went to see her earlier in the year, and we went and we sat down after carnival and got Chinese food. So I thought about that, and you know, it was a good memory, so it made me happy. And I kind of like started to get out of that place, but then I got back into that place. Long story short, okay, your girl was not doing well. So of course I looked into therapy, because I had a therapist, but I felt like he was very dismissive. Like I met with him and I was like going through a rough time, but because clearly I'm educated, you know what I mean? I'm a people person, I'm personable. So when I talk to people, they're like, oh, she's fine, she's good. And I wasn't. And he was just like, oh yeah, you just got anxiety, I brushed it off like it was nothing, gave me no resources, no help. And then his schedule was really like backed up. And I remember all I kept thinking was like, yo, like what if I needed to see you again in a week or in 2 weeks? Like you're telling me I can't see you for 3 months. Like that's a problem for somebody that really needs help. And I really started seeing why people don't really be feeling like going to therapy, you know? So that was my first experience though. This time around, I'm like, I need an appointment ASAP. So I ended up booking an appointment. I tried to use the little suicide hotline. Like that was a joke. That was a waste of time. But honestly, I feel like if you feel like you're not doing well, like I would much rather you contact me, write a comment on a video, DM me, call me, text me. Like I would do a better job at talking you back to life and to wanting to be here, because it was just a whole bunch of questions. And I'm just like, yo, like stop asking me these stupid questions. Like you're supposed to be talking to me. Like anyways, it was just a bad experience with that. So I ended up going through my insurance, booking the quickest appointment that I could get, which was literally in days. So I was a little impressed by that, but it's more so because I was kind of just like, give me anybody, you know. And I met with her, and I actually really liked her, which I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie, because I had that bad experience the first time, so I didn't know what this experience was gonna be like. But I felt like you could tell that she's experienced. You could tell that like she had me down pat after the first couple of minutes. Like, she allowed me to talk, but then there was still time where she was giving me feedback. You know what I mean? It wasn't just me talking the whole session, because that's how it was the first time. I just pretty much talked the whole time, and then the guy was just like, okay, this is what it is. And that was it. Like, he didn't even tell me some of the stuff I like read in the notes and was like, oh, I wish you would have told me that was my diagnosis type. You know what I mean? Because he's like, I had stress-induced and work-induced anxiety, which is crazy because I love to work and I like to keep busy, but I understood where he was coming from. So I'm like, okay, cool. Been trying to manage it or whatever, right? But with her, I was nervous. I'm like, 45 minutes is not enough time, but it felt like we was talking for like 2 hours. And then she was like, my books are open, like schedule a couple of appointments. And I went in there and was like, you know, I'm not going to take up her whole books and book out until whatever I can. But I booked like my next 3 appointments, which I was really happy about that. She gave me some resources, which I'll kind of talk to you guys about them as I go through them. So the book attached was one of them. I wish I had it close by so I could show you the book. I'll show it to you like next video, I guess, or maybe two videos coming, because I'm gonna be reading it for a while now. So I'm sure I'll have something to say about it, like as I read through and learn new things. We're gonna start talking about that book today, because let me tell you, read me fulfilled. Also the Calm app, which you guys could download it as well. I had it before, but I deleted it because I probably felt like I didn't really have much use for it, or I wasn't using it. But she gave me the subscription, so I got premium now for like a year. And then she gave me some other resources that, like I said, once I use them, I don't want to like use everything right now. I'm trying to kind of like ease myself into this psychotherapy process. Anyways, so I use the app, and I'm gonna try to get like a meditation streak going. So I'll keep you guys posted on how that goes, because she's like basically like she thinks meditation would be really good for me and helping to calm like my overthinking. Like I overthink and overanalyze every and anything, and a lot of it is stuff that's like out of my control, or I'll be thinking about the future, like, and not really living in the present, which I feel like I even told y'all before that I want to work on that more. So I'll let you guys know how that experience is with the app. But this book, oh my God. So if you don't know your attachment style, go on Google and take a quiz, okay? I've looked into it before. They have like graphics if you look on Google Images. Basically, it's like how you were raised and your upbringing determines the type of attachments that you form in adulthood. So I have anxious attachment. No surprise here. I mean, I have really bad anxiety. So basically it's like high anxiety, low avoidance. You're not like avoiding intimacy. You're actually like the opposite. Like, the best word I could think of and use is clingy. So more so clingy in relationships, which I can be if I really like a person. But what stuck out to me was that it was talking about like people with anxious attachment, like falling in love really quickly. And like, I'm the person that I meet somebody that I like, and I'm not used to liking people, and I'm telling my friends like, I love him, we're gonna get married, let me plan the wedding. I'm planning weddings on Pinterest, like it's bad, right? And then another thing they were saying is like anxious and avoidant people tend to attract one another. So you have the people who are like don't really have high anxiety, like they have anxiety, but it's not something that kind of like overpowers them or runs them in a sense. But they do have like a underlying anxiety, but for the most part they're like highly avoidant. So they'll like, I guess, start a relationship, start dating, but then run away from commitment, like those types of people. So when I was reading it, like the first couple of pages was just so triggering, because I'm like, oh my God, this is like me and everybody who I've dated, like what's going on? And honestly, my main goal at this point in my life is working towards being secure. Like I realized, I just read the first chapter, y'all. I swear, I only read the first chapter, but I realized why a lot of my interactions and dating experiences did not work, or would not have been able to work, you know what I mean, with me having this attachment style. And then also, like, I'm pressure. Like, I'm really that girl, and I be playing myself like I'm not. Like, I be really sitting here, and I'm gonna just say chasing after men, because I don't really be, but let's just use that as a phrase. Like, when really and truly you should be chasing after me. Like, I'm really about it. Like, I am very hardworking. I'm very loving. I'm very giving. Like, I'm so compassionate. It's not even funny. Like, people be thinking I'm mean, but honestly, I just think that it's a Black thing. Like, when you're a Black female and when you're independent, or if you're vocal and you're not necessarily shy or monotone, people automatically think you're this mean person. And it's like, that's not even true. I'm the goofiest person that I literally know. So goofy, I'm funny as hell. I be making people laugh for real. I be making myself laugh. So I know I be making other people laugh. And we gonna keep it PG-13 because you already know my job title. But let's not act like I can't have anyone that I want. So I really want to get to this place where it's not like I'm feeling like I'm being pressed for people. And it's funny because I'll even be in situations where I feel like people be pressed for me, but then when I like, oh, okay, I actually like it. And when I start, as soon as I start liking them, they be like, clamp up, close off, beep, 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 run away. And I'd be sitting there confused, like, but I thought, like, but, you know, like, I'm invested. Like, now I want this now. I didn't want this before. Now I do. So in reading the book, it's really dope. I flipped through it to see like what was to come. I didn't read it, but I saw they have like little charts that you can use to see where you fall. They have the little quiz so you can categorize yourself, and they even have something for your partners. So like, I'm not trying to date right now at all. Like, don't even talk to me, don't call me, don't text me. I'm not trying to get put on with nobody's mans. Don't come up to me in the club. I'm not gonna give you my number. Like, I'm just not there right now at this point in life. And it's because I'm like, I don't want to date with this anxious attachment. Like, I don't want to. Like, honestly, I don't even really be liking people like that, if we're being honest. Like, it's something in the water. That's what I'm gonna say. It's something in the water. It's something in the dating pool, and I just don't have time for it. Like, I plan on being very wealthy, so I've already convinced myself, like, clearly the person for me is just not in my tax bracket. He's out there. He's already balling. He already making money. He's waiting for me to catch up to his level. That's how I'm gonna start looking at it, because listen, I can't even do the apps because they're a joke. Like, and the thing about it is, people be getting on these dating apps and they just be wanting to sleep with you, and it's just like, do you have to go on apps to sleep with someone? Because I don't have to go on an app to sleep with someone. I could walk into the gym and take somebody home. I could walk into the club. I could go to church. I could go talk to somebody and be like, you got a son, you got a grandson, you know, because moms love me. Mamas and grandmamas and aunties, they love your girl. I don't have to go on an app to sleep with you. Okay, so what I was doing wrong is I was like a fool, and if you do this, you're a fool too. Going on the apps thinking you're gonna actually meet somebody, you're gonna actually get to know someone. Jokes. So once I processed that, I was like, no, not doing that anymore. You're not gonna catch me on anybody's Bumble, Tinder, Hinge. No, I just can't do it. I just cannot. I'm sorry. Like, and it's crazy because at this point, I don't even know if I'm gonna get married. But if I do, because I would like a partner in companionship, I feel bad for that man because they done screwed it up for you, Poppy. I don't want to get married. Like, I don't want to have a wedding. I would get legally married. It's giving courthouse. It's giving backyard. It's giving my mama's house or your mama's house. Like, I don't want the whole shebang. I'm not spending thousands of dollars for somebody else to celebrate me and my love. You took too long. That's one. After a certain age, I'm not having kids. So that's that. I already got one. Sorry, brother. You should have found me earlier, and maybe we could have chatted about something. So the all I'm gonna say is the clock is ticking. I have a cutoff. The maternal mortality rate, especially for Black women, is just too high. No, I'm not gonna risk my life bringing someone into this world. No, sorry. So I'm just in a completely different headspace, and like, I'm like really closed off to even the idea of anything serious right now, because I just feel like I know what I bring to the table, and on the flip side, whoever I'm with, they deserve to have me at my best self. You know what I mean? So I can't be sitting here, first of all, moving the way I was moving with other people, with you. No, I can't be sitting here with anxious attachment, going crazy, like trying to figure out, like, okay, so the thing about it is, and I need a secure partner if I was even dating somebody right now. But like with anxious attachment, you need constant reassurance. I need like words of affirmation and all of that good stuff. So long story short, the book is amazing so far. It is triggering. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, especially depending on where you're at in your journey. Like, I was definitely triggered because I read it and I'm like, okay. But then it was also making me feel a little better because one, whereas I was sitting there like, I don't have a purpose, da, 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 I was like, okay, your tasks are not finished yet. You need to do this as well. You need to get your life together. You need to check yourself, get your mental health right, all that good stuff. And then I apologize, I'm like running out of breath. I ordered some food. I'm about to go crush in a second. So I had to go run and grab it and all that stuff. That's why I'm over here like hyperventilating. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the book is amazing. Okay, long story short, the book is amazing. I am enjoying it. It's triggering. That's what I was saying. Depending on where you're at in your journey, you might be like, oh, can't read this. But it's definitely eye-opening. It's the best word I could use. I feel like I wish a lot more people were aware of it and aware of their attachment style, because like now I know the type of people that I need to avoid. Like as soon as I start seeing stuff, because like I'll notice red flags, but the thing about anxious attachment is that you won't leave right away. And like, you know, people who care about me, my friends, they know that. Like I'm gonna give you chance after chance after chance. I'm gonna try to make things work. Like, and I used to just think that it was just a part of my compassionate nature, but no, like it's a problem. Like especially if you know somebody is not right for you, or if you know somebody's not treating you the way that you need to be treated, you leave and you go. But it's like I'd be so quick to be forgiven or making excuses and, you know, staying in situations, and I typically would be the one to like leave and cut things off. But it's like after time after time after time of being disrespected, which is not okay. Yo, I wish somebody's son will try me now, though. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, try me now. You're cut off. And the thing is, I feel like now that I'm like have this awareness of it, because I've known about this stuff before and I've looked into it and made posts and that kind of stuff, but I wasn't really awakened to it. Now that I'm like, okay, it's like so many light bulbs are going on. I'm like going back to old situations and noticing so many things and realizing the role that I played and where I was wrong. You know, it's so easy to blame somebody else and be like, oh, this person did this and they did that, and you know, the reason why this happened, and have resentment towards people and have anger and hatred and, you know, wishing bad on them and oh, good luck to the person that gets them next. But like, no, sometimes, yeah, be the other person depending on what they're doing. Like I could say that I've dated people who have taken advantage of my anxious attachment. Like, you know what I mean? Like they knew that I was a giving person and a good person, and they knew I wasn't gonna go nowhere until I did. They knew I wasn't gonna go nowhere until I did. Yeah, deuces, bye. And then that's when people usually like come back around, or they text. Y'all got people that will text my phone to this day. You can't spin this block. Sorry. It's not happening. Might have could have played with me a couple times, but once I'm done, I'm done. Once I'm finito, no, it ain't no coming back. It ain't no spinning the block. It ain't no, oh, let me get my old thing. No, I'm sorry. Because a lot of the times once I'm done and once I like move on, I'm like mad at myself. Like, why did I even let you think you could play with me like that? Like, first of all, second of all, and third of all. There has not been nobody that has wasted my time or played with me that has deserved it or that has moved on to something better. I've yet to see it. I'm not even joking. And some of them are married. Some of them are in long-term relationships. Most of them are single and struggling. And it is what it is. And it will continue to be that way. Or they're just with someone that's just not of my caliber, and it's, you know, funny to watch. But yeah, I just feel like I wish more people would look into it, because really and truly when you look at it, and even what they talk about as far as the upbringing, like I'm like, okay, like I could see that. Like I feel like for me, first of all, my mom I feel like has anxiety, so that's that. Like I have to work on it too, because I see so much of myself in my daughter, and I want to make sure that she's not being raised with an anxious attachment. But that's, you know, another combo. But like for me, it's like I felt like I was always getting yelled at or getting in trouble for something, but then I was also always getting stuff. And so it's like I had the love, but then like the discipline. But like I just feel like Caribbean people be too harsh sometimes with their discipline. So that creates confusion in a kid. And like I feel like as I got to like a certain age, I started feeling like, you know, something was wrong with me, or like I wasn't good enough, or like, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't really getting in trouble in the sense of being disciplined, but it's like I did something wrong or I did something bad, and I would like internalize it, you know, all while getting praise for being smart, or, you know, getting complimented by other people that's not family. So it's just so many things that goes into it that I feel like I still have to like work through some stuff, unlearn some things, just heal my inner child, like the little girl who used to be afraid or who used to cry all the time, like just little small stuff that I feel like helped shape me into the person that I am, but then also like giving that reasoning and that background behind why I have that attachment style. So my goal is to be secure. I'm working on it, like actively working on it, because I want to be with somebody that is like me. Like I want a reciprocal relationship. What I give is what I get back. You know what I mean? I'm loyal. I'm a trustworthy person. I love to cater to other people. I'm a giver. Like I want to receive as well. You know what I mean? Little small stuff like that. So I feel like the least I can do is be the best me that I can be. Like, sure, I'm great and awesome right now, but I could be even better. So that's what I'm striving to do. So while I started off like a week ago, really in a bad spot mentally, and I know it's gonna come back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna come back. And all I can ask from friends, family, anybody that cares about me, you know, just check on me, give me words of encouragement, words of advice, because it just comes out of nowhere sometimes. Like it'll just, like, I can't even say the next time when it'll happen, but I'll just be doing well and doing good. And then like, I notice it's usually like when I have too much downtime. So like definitely over like breaks, holiday breaks, weekends when I'm free and don't have nothing to do, like those be the times when I'll just be sitting and start thinking and overthinking until to the point where I go crazy. And if anyone else feels the same way, I definitely recommend therapy. I definitely recommend getting a therapist. I think everybody should get a therapist. I think everybody should go to therapy. Like, even if you don't feel like nothing is like wrong with you per se, it's nice to have somebody to talk to that's a professional. Because when I tell you, like, she was like boom, 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 right? I was venting to her about something and she was like, oh, you know, it's interesting that you say that. I'm trying to figure out why you're making an excuse for somebody else's actions. Why do you feel like that's reflective of you and your character and the type of person that you are? That's all on that person. And I really got off the call with her and I'm like, damn, you know, and my friend would probably say something like that and I'll be like, oh no, but da, 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 and you don't always have a rebuttal. But when she said it, I just got off the phone. I was like speechless. And I really sat there and I was like, why am I always apologizing or feeling bad or thinking I did something wrong or thinking that it's me or putting it on myself when that's clearly not the case, you know? But sometimes our mind will play tricks on us and make us feel like something is the case or make us feel like we did something wrong. So if you ever find yourself in that spot, please reach out to me. Please talk to me. I'm not a therapist at all. I'm not telling you to reach out to me as if I'm gonna give you some resources, but I feel like it's nice to have somebody to kind of bounce your ideas and thoughts off of, you know, share experiences with, see how they dealt with something in the past so that you know how to deal with something that you're currently facing, or even if it were to come up moving forward. So I'm definitely here for y'all. I'm about to go crush this seafood that I got. Me and my daughter, it's her absolute favorite, so I try to surprise her once in a while when I can and get her a little something. So we're about to eat some mussels. She did her homework already. I need to do my homework. Crap. I'm gonna go do my homework and then just get prepared for tomorrow for work and stuff like that. So I'll see y'all next week. I'll keep y'all updated and posted on how it goes with my book. So like this past weekend was spending time with family, reading a book. I did a little bit of my diamond painting. I started my LeBron diamond painting. And that's pretty much. Oh, and I meditated. So I did a good couple of things, okay? And I needed to make up for the feeling down. I needed to make up for it. So I'm probably not gonna do as much of that stuff this week, but I'm definitely gonna read this week, and I'm definitely gonna diamond paint. Those are like for sure. And I might go to the state fair again. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. So if you in Maryland, this week is the last weekend you should go. I think the tickets are a little more expensive because I think Nelly is supposed to be there, but I may have to pop out again. That's all I'm saying. You know, I ain't beat my face last time, but I might have to beat my face this time and just see what it's talking about. But yeah, so I'll see you guys next week.